Hello and welcome to Vidra Embedded channel, and also welcome is to the series of video tutorials on MSP432P401 Launchpad. In this tutorial we are going to see how we can install this Code Composer Studio and what are the drivers which are available for MSP432, and for that we'll choose the one which will be used for this tutorial series. Okay, let's get started. So to install the CCS, that is Code Composer Studio, go to the browser and search for the Code Composer Studio download and open this first link, and then it will direct it to the Code Composer Studio downloads. Here you can find the installation instructions. Okay, so I have opened it here. We will see the instructions, and then if you scroll down a little bit, you will able to see the different versions of the Code Composer Studio, and here the latest version is the 10.3.1. so you need to choose the one which is suitable for your operating system. So I'm using the Windows based PC, so I'm going to download this. So click on this to download the software. It will take some time. It's around 1.1 GB, so wait for the download to complete. Now the download is completed successfully, so close this. One thing you need to notice here is that the version 10.3.1 will only support the 64-bit based machines. Suppose if you are using a 32-bit based machine, so you need to download so the Windows 32-bit is not supporting starting with CCS version 9. So if you are using a 32-bit Windows system, please use the CCS version 8.3.1. so that also you can able to see here. If we scroll down, so you need to download the 8.3.1. okay, and if you are using a 32-bit, so you need to download this. Okay, and so that's all. So let's go to the download. So where it is, here right click to extract here. So now go to the extracted folder here. Okay, so now you need to double click this application file to install the CCS. So I have already installed in my PC, but I'll show you the installation steps, how to proceed with the installation. Now let me go to the browser again. So here we can find the installation steps. So here also you can able to find out the installation steps. So go up here, and here you will able to find the installation steps. So click on this, and here you will able to see the installation steps. Okay, so once you double click on the application file, you will able to see this window, and you will be asked for the license acceptance. Then it will go for the system check. So here it will check all the system related information, like what is the operating system, installer path check. Okay, something like that. One thing you need to notice is that you need to disable the antivirus check, otherwise you will face a lot of problems while installing the CCS. Okay, and suppose if it will ask for sometimes pending the reboot check, so if that is the case, you need to restart, and again you need to start installing the software. So once this step is done, so then you need to choose file location, that is the installation directory, so leave it as default, and then you need to choose the custom installation then, and then you need to choose the SimpleLink MSP432 low power plus performance MCUs. Check this box, make sure that you uncheck all others, and then it will prompt for the debug probe support, and then you need to install the Spectrum digital debug probes and boards. I recommended you to install the Sager J-Link also, maybe we can use further. And then it will so this is not the mandatory step, so you can click on the next and then wait for the installation to complete. Then it will, suppose we are using a Windows system, then it will ask for the Windows Defender Firewall, so you need to click on the allow access, and while installation you will be prompted for several times to install the drivers. So when it is prompted, please go ahead and click on install to install the drivers. And then once the installation is complete, so you will able to see this window, and then click on finish to install. So once the installation is completed, you will able to see a desktop icon here. Okay, a shortcut will be created for the Code Composer Studio, and the version is 10.3.1. okay, that means the Code Composer Studio is installed successfully without any problems. Now go ahead and click on the Code Composer Studio. Then it will ask for the workspace where you would like to save our code or programs as the projects. So then browse for the folder, and this is the workspace. So you can create the workspace with any name. The only recommendation is don't put the spaces in between the words. Okay, so this is so I have created like this MSP432 CCS underscore workspace. So click on this to select the folder and then launch the Code Composer Studio. So once the Code Composer Studio is open, you will able to see a getting started window, and here you can able to create a project that is new project, or you can also import the existing examples to the Code Composer Studio, and you can also explore to the resource explorer. So I will show you what is this resource explorer. Suppose if you want to watch some video tutorials on CCS, you will able to find out here at the link. So you can click here to watch some videos on the Code Composer Studio. Now we are done with the installation of Code Composer Studio. So the next step is we need to install the SimpleLink SDK for the MSP432P4. So for that we need to open the Resource Explorer, and then we need to choose this, that is SimpleLink MSP432P4 SDK. So then we need to install this. I will show you how to install this in the Code Composer Studio. Now again go to the Code Composer Studio, and then here go to here, and then you need to click on the Resource Explorer. It will take some time to open the Resource Explorer. Wait for the window to open. Once the Resource Explorer is open, so it will prompt for this. So agree and proceed. Then you will able to see the welcome page of the TI Resource Explorer, and then to install the SimpleLink SDK for the MSP432. So expand the software, and then here you will be able to see the SimpleLink SDK for MSP432P4 SDK, and then here in the right side you will be able to see the install option. So click here to install the SDK. So click on next, and then click on OK. You will be able to see the installation progress here, that is at the task view. So click on this time symbol here, and here you can see the installation progress. Wait for the installation to complete. So during the installation of the SDK, so it will prompt for the installation of XDC tools. So make sure you select this checkbox and then click on the install. Now once the installation is complete, so you will ask for the restart the Code Composer Studio. So click on S to restart the Code Composer Studio. And now you can see that after the restart, I think most of the files are not installed. Okay, it's only SimpleLink Academy is installed. Okay, so again click on the SimpleLink MSP432P4 SDK, and then click on here to install, and then so click on next to install the package, and click on OK, and you will able to see the installation progress here. Now we can see that SimpleLink SDK is installed successfully for MSP432, and once it is installed, you will able to see a green mark here. Okay, and also we have installed the XDC tools. So suppose if you want to uninstall, then make sure you click on the SimpleLink MSP432P4 SDK, and then you can click on here to uninstall the SimpleLink SDK. So that's all for the installation. So what we have done here is we have installed the Code Composer Studio, as well as we have also installed the SimpleLink MSP432 SDK. Now we will see some of the programming options available for MSP432. As a whole, we can see that there are 3 ways we can write the MSP432 Launchpad programs. Okay, so the first one is the register access. So here we can able to access the direct registers of MSP432 and then write the programs. And the second one is the TI DriverLib, which is also known as a ROM Aware Libraries. So there is a 32 kilobytes of ROM is available for the DriverLibs. And the third one is the TI drivers. I will explain why we are using the TI drivers. So here you can find, so we are going to use the TI drivers. It's a collection of easy to use APIs that provide abstracted functional access to the various peripherals. It supports NoRTOS, that means we can able to use the bare metal programming using TI drivers, Also it supports TI RTOS and FreeRTOS with the POSIX interface, as well as the native API calls for the FreeRTOS. So one thing why we are using the TI drivers for the MSP432, because MSP432 supports the SimpleLink SDK, and then if you use the TI drivers, we can able to port the code for all the SimpleLink MCU devices. For example, we have other SimpleLink MCU devices for the TI launchpads. So you can port the code which is actually written to the MSP432 to the other TI launchpads which are based on the SimpleLink MCU devices. And another advantage is using the TI drivers is that this is using the sysconfig tool, so which is used for the peripheral configuration and the code generation. So when we use the sysconfig tool, it will generate the code based on the TI drivers, not based on the TI DriverLib. So that is why. So we are using the TI drivers for this entire series of tutorials. I will show you how to use the sysconfig tool in the later tutorials. So that's all for this tutorial. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.